Hello and welcome back to the final video in our series on creating a job board with Gravity Forms. This is just a bonus video in this series, as currently with the last 4 videos, you now have the ability to create jobs, add those jobs to a job board on your website, give users the ability to apply to those jobs, and give your HR department a way to view and manage those application submissions and follow up with the applicants. But for those who want to take things a step further, this video is for you. In this video, we're going to use Gravity Connect to utilize popular applications like Google Sheets or Notion so that we can consolidate all of the job applications in one convenient location. Let's get started. It's important to note that in this video, we're going to be using Gravity Connect Google Sheets. But I wanted to mention that you can also connect to Notion or even OpenAI to unlock the full potential of your Gravity Forms. With that being said, the first thing you have to do is go to the My Downloads page of your GravityWiz account and make sure you download the zip folder for Gravity Connect Google Sheets. Once that's done, we can head to our WordPress dashboard and head to Plugins on the left. Then we can click Add New Plugin and Upload Plugin, and here's where you'll drop that zip folder. Once you've installed and activated the plugin, you should see it here on your plugins list, and now we're ready to get started. So now let's head to Forms on the left-hand side, and now if you hover over Job Applications and hover over Settings, we see Google Sheets down at the bottom of this list. And if we give that a click, we see a menu here for Gravity Connect to Google Sheets feeds, and we need to add a new feed. So we'll click Add New. Now our first goal here is going to be to name this feed and then create a connection to our Google account by logging in. So let's give this feed a name. I'm going to call it Job Application Sheet. Now, under the Google Sheets settings, it's going to want us to connect our Google account. So you can give this a click, and if you've already logged in like me, you'll see authorized accounts below, but if you haven't, we're going to click Authorize New Account. Now you should see a pretty standard Google login procedure. If you ever logged into any other platforms using a Google account, this should seem familiar to you. Once you're done logging in, you should see Successfully Added New Google Account here at the top, and you should also see that account email right here on this dropdown. We should also see this new dropdown added below that says Add New Spreadsheet or Connect Existing Spreadsheet. This gives us the option to either go into our Google Sheets account and create the sheet ourselves, or we can just let Gravity Connect do it for us, which is what we're going to do in this video. So I'll click Add New Spreadsheet, and if we scroll down here, we're going to see a few more options like column mapping, additional options, conditional logic, but before we get into all of that, let's just go ahead and click Save Settings and test out our connection. And there we go, we should see settings updated, and we should now see a nice green check mark here that says Job Application Sheet, Sheet 1. We also see these 2 buttons here on the right, Insert Test Row and Disconnect. We want to insert a test row, but before we do so, we have to come down to column mapping and insert some columns and values. In column mapping, what we're trying to do is assign certain keys to values that are found in the job application submissions we receive from our applicants. So if we click the drop down here, we can add a custom key, and let's call this Application ID. Then on the right, we can click this drop down, and let's assign that to the unique ID field that we added. Now we can do this for all of the rest of the items that we care about on our application that we want to show up in our Google Sheets. And there we go. Now that we have all of our columns mapped out, we should be able to insert a test row. So I'm going to come all the way down and click Save Settings. And now we can go ahead and try inserting that test row. Now if you go to Google Sheets and log in with that same email you logged in with earlier, you should see a new sheet called Job Application Sheet. And if you click it, you should see this first row filled out by Gravity Connect with that test information. Now we know that our connection is established and we are able to insert data into our sheet. So now let's head back to the Apply page on our website where we added our job application and fill this out and submit it and see if it goes onto our Google Sheet. And there we go, we just filled out this form here. I'm going to click Submit. And now let's head back to our job application sheet and we should see this new row added with the information we just submitted. Already you can see the power of Gravity Connect and how easy and seamless it is to add data into these external applications. But that's not all we can do. Let's head back to our Google Sheets settings and scroll to the bottom. And under additional options, we see an option here for updating and deleting rows. If we check this box, not only will we be able to add data to our Google Sheets when people fill out their job application form, but we'll even be able to update the information in each row and even delete each row when, say, our HR department is going in and updating the status on those applications or even deleting them. So to show that in action, let's go ahead and click Save Settings, and then head to the page that we created in the last video for our HR department where they are seeing all the job application submissions. Now that we're back on this page, we see our new submission that we just got done adding, and if we click Review Application, we can head down and let's change that status from pending to interviewing and click Submit. Now if we head back to our job application sheet, we should see the status changed from pending to interviewing. Now let's also check that deleting works as well. For that, we need to head back to job applications and go back, and let's edit this page to add a new column where we can delete these applications. Now we can select our entry blocks table, and on the right hand side under select a column, we can scroll down to actions and let's click delete link. And now we can head up and click save. Now when we preview our page, we see our new delete column here, and if I go ahead and click delete on this new row, and click OK. Now we'll see entry deleted here, and if we go to our job application sheet, we see it deleted here as well. We hope you enjoyed this series on how you can use Gravity Forms to add an entire job system to your WordPress website. If you enjoyed this series, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel, and even leave a comment below about what topic you'd like to see us do a series on in the future. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.